are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. Play action now. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it's second down. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On second down, Elliott gets around him. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 42 yards rushing for him now on his first 2 carries of the ballgame. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Elliott is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
And this is going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them? And do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Again, it's Foreman. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. To the right side and complete. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Prescott. Quick slant to Brown. And he will have a Cowboys first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Prescott on first down. And he'll just get rid of it.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so he'll just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
3.5 to go, first quarter. On 2nd and 10. Prescott, throw right side, taken in by Gallup. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Maher is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
We got to be big time now. That's right. Let's go, fellas. Let's go. I know you hot. I know you hot. Every day. Let's do what we do every day.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Here's Foreman. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
A first down throw, Darnold. Fluck, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Darnold throw complete there to Thomas. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Being chased out left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. This is brought in at the 21. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
Well, they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards on a guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw, Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Marr able to put this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
Yeah, Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Darnold. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. From the 50, it's Darnold. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Darnold completes it, and he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Darnold over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. Looking underneath and finding Hubbard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. 2nd and 10. Darnold now to throw. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now it's Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I know I'm an old defender, but I've got to give credit where credit's due. That was smart play calling right there on 3rd and 4. They didn't need to do too much. Just let their guy get out there and sit down in the zone, and they hit him for the completion for the 1st down.
Here's Darnold. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
On 2nd and goal, Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Eddie Pinheiro on now. This will be a 34-yard attempt. This is up and good from Pinheiro. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Let's go, fellas.
Get ready. Get ready. Shut him down.
I got you, baby. Let's be smart. Let's play ball. They can't stop us.
All day, baby. All day. All day.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Prescott. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good, and they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Let's go. Come on, baby. Let's focus in on what we got to do here. That's right. Let's go. Yeah, go right now. I got you, baby. Oh, man. Oh.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. This one fielded at the 5. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Panther offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold from the gun. And this one is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Johnny Hacker now. as he'll kick it away for the second time. And it's fielded at the 34. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Prescott now from the 50. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 37. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 39 yards, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys because they never want to see their guy get hit.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful, and that bumps their lead up even further. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
A carry for Foreman. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Darnold. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Foreman. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. That one thrown away from the pocket. And the officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it, because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Brian Anger now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 22, Darnold. Wide open, it's Marshall, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Meanwhile, Darnold's throw complete there to Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a first down.
Darnold's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Darnold on 1st down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Panthers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From the 10. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Let's keep our poise.
Darnold. And Thomas has it.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
They'll run with Foreman. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a handoff up the middle. Foreman, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Darnold. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Foreman. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Terrace Marshall. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
This is the calm before the storm, baby. That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go, y'all. Hey, let's go. Show 'em what you got. Pay attention. Pay attention. We're supposed to catch that, baby. That's how we get. Let's ride, dog. Let's go, boys. It's one play at a time, baby. Let's be perfect. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going now.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man. It's Gallup. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
And he is going to lose yardage here. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Prescott now. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott. And that will be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to break our 4th quarter tie. The kick by Marr is good. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Carolina getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
I think it's okay there they didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing again on second down. Darnold. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. On 1st and 10, Darnold. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Darnold. That pass complete to Moore. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
All right, let's just put it on the table real quick here. This is 2-minute drill. You got to know they're looking for their number 1 receiver.
Yeah, you think they'd be ready for that? That time they weren't. First down now, but that clock rolling. Here's Darnold. Over the middle, complete. It's Marshall. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Darnold trying to hustle everybody along with the clock moving. Now Darnold. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Darnold to throw. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to tie things up in the final minute. The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get it to overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you, but you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. And now here come the Cowboys. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. Can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? and he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Now Dak. Complete. Pollard. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Tenth carry now for Elliott. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott, left side to Lamb. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Prescott's throw going to be caught by Gallup. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts them in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. Well, with these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
That's on the Pro Bowl guard from Notre Dame, Zach Martin. What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7. Here's Prescott. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field. Very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
It's showtime, baby.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle, because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just 1 possession.
Not the 4th quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.